Hello class, my name is Kenneth Nichols. I am doing my informative speech on military recruiting and military stats for 2013. First off, I'm going to start my presentation off by stating that the military's goal of enlisted soldiers for 2013 was 69,000 target. They wound up with 69,154 enlisted soldiers in all. The average age of the 69,154 soldiers was 19.9. To enlist in the military for 2013, the maximum age for non-military experience was 35. If you have prior military experience, you can enlist over 35. The total enlisted soldiers with college degrees was 9,851 had college degrees that enlisted in 2013. The demographics of the 69,154 soldiers that enlisted make up as followed. African Americans made up 22.8%, Hispanics made up 14.8%, Caucasians made up 56.6%, and Asian Island Pacificers made up 5.1%, and women made up 16%. The enlisted bonuses that were given out in 2013 ranged from $3,000 to $19,000 on a soldier's contract, and 7,872 served as recruiters for the United States Army. There are previously 948 recruiting centers nationwide. Alright, as far as stats, we're going to go into recruitment. And a soldier's recruitment stage going from civilian to military are as followed. You must first reach out to a recruiter. Once you found your recruiter, you must select a job in the military. Once you have your job selected, you must take your ASVAB. In taking your ASVAB ranges from 0 to 20. If you score from 0 to 9, you do not qualify to get into the military at that time. You can always retake the ASVAB, but always remember 0 to 9, you don't qualify. But once you've taken your ASVAB, if you qualify with over 9 plus, then you'll select your job, you'll sign your job to lock it in, and then you will proceed to do your contract negotiations with the military. How that plays out is once you sign your contract with the military, you will go through your MIPS process. Your MIPS process consists of weight, height, tape, BMI. Once you've taken all that, you'll be informed of where you stand military wise. If you're overweight, they'll tell you how much you have to lose for your height. If your BMI is too high, they'll tell you what percent you have to get it within with your height and weight combination before you can enlist. But if you go to MIPS and you meet that criteria, your BMI, height, weight is all good, then you'll sit down with your recruiter, you'll go through your contract one final time, and then once everything is clear, you will sign your contract. Once you sign your contract, you will go from your contract to swear in. Great process, swear in. Once you swear in, you are automatically considered a United States soldier. No more civilian life. Once you become a soldier, after you swear in, you will go back with your recruiter, sit down, and then you will figure out your dates to be determined for your basic training. Once you have your basic training dates, Usually, sometimes it's a waiting game. Once you have your basic training dates, you will go to basic training and do your 9 weeks of basic training. Basic training is broken down into weeks as far as training wise goes. Once you complete all 9 weeks of basic training, you will graduate. Big ceremony. Once you graduate basic training, you will go to your AIT, which is your job placement training. Those depend on your job because the job training can range from 2 weeks to over 2.5 years for doctors and nurses and stuff like that. So those are the time frames. Once you get from your AIT graduation date, however long you spent there, then you will go to your duty station. That would be worked out between you and your recruiter as far as where your duty station is going to be and stuff like that. Once you have your duty station and you report to duty, then it's basic job. Um, that is the recruitment process of a military soldier and how the whole process works. The stats that I've given were stats that were off of the DoD website for the national military, the actual DoD website. Um, every person has access to it, so you can check all the stats that you want as far as what stats you were looking for and stuff like that. They're all on there. The stats that I gave you were pretty much all of the stats for 2013, but you can go back as far as you want. The 2014 stats were not up and available yet, but they update those on the 10th month of every year. And that is the military stats and recruitment process for 2013. This is my informative speech, and hope everyone liked it. Enjoyed doing this very much, and hope to see everyone again. Thanks. Again, it's Kenneth Nichols, informative speech, military recruiting, and military stats for 2013.